Yeah, I'm back. It's me, the Degenerate 75, as you can see right down here below me. Back for another recording of Round 3 Showdown for, what are we at, the Charles Schwab. If I look red like a shrimp right now, it's because I just hung out by the pool, maybe had a few adult beverages, but I rushed in. I quit pool time to come in and make this Round 3 Showdown for you. So, like maybe show a little appreciation and go like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment on this video because, 3 straight weeks I've pretty much tipped off the nuts play on Showdown, so hopefully we can continue that. I'm not going to promise that it'll happen. I don't hit the nuts 3 weeks in a row, but maybe just give me a like for the past 3 weeks. If you're new here, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. If you could help me out in doing that, I get to see all the analytics from YouTube, and it shows me that most of the people are just going into the browser and searching my videos and doing it, whereas you could just sub, because I got to get to 1,000 subscribers by the Open Championship so that my friends can pay me for a ridiculously huge bet, and I need it. I want it. More than I need it, I want it. So just help a man out. Go get your wife's account and do it, or just go make a Gmail account and do it. Help a man out. Sub. Okay, let's see. First of all, let's see. I want to address something just before I don't forget. I'm almost liking this idea of starting every episode with a sermon. This will be a short one, but here we go. I've gotten so many messages this week for, hey man, I loved your Wednesday night stream. Thanks for getting me on Reed, or thanks for getting me on Webb, or thanks for making me realize I should play Scheffler, and all this stuff. And I want to just tell you, let this be my sermon for the night. I am not a tout. I'm never going to be a tout. I could sell my picks. I'd probably make a decent amount of money, but I'm not going to do it. That's not who I want to be. To me, the fun of DFS is looking at all the information and then making your own picks. You live and die by what you think. Okay? All I'm doing is asking questions. I'm just asking you some questions that you need to answer. Like, is a 7% Reed better than a 20% Harmon? He's objectively a better player, he's cheaper, and he's 1/3 of the ownership. Maybe you came to a different answer, but to me it was obvious that the answer was Reed. I didn't tell you to play him. I asked a question. You answered it. Don't give me credit for your Patrick Reed play, or your Webb Simpson play, or your Scotty Scheffler play, or your Christian Bezadenhout play. Okay, I just asked questions about why those guys might be good plays. So don't give me credit, because at the same time, I also asked, is Thomas a better player than Spieth? And Spieth is what, like T5 or some shit like that? And Justin Thomas is see you bye. So don't give me credit. You're making your picks. I'm just the guy asking questions to make you think about making your picks the correct way. So I hope you understand that, because I'm not a tout, and I never want to be a tout. I'm not going to sell picks. I'm not going to give you picks. The best you're going to get out of me is like one play that I like tomorrow and one fade. And that's just because somebody suggested it, and I appreciate him commented on my shit, so I'll probably do that for him. But I'm not going to be a tout. I never will be. If that's what you're here for, you probably shouldn't watch. Stay subscribed, but you probably don't need to watch, because I ain't going to give you picks. I'm going to teach you how to work through the process, and you're going to become your own awesome player one day, because you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, you teach a man to fish, you feed him for life. Who said that? I think it was the Degenerate 75 and Jesus. I think that was the two people that said that. So that's what I'm trying to do. I don't give picks, but I really do appreciate all your guys' support. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the new schedule moving forward. Based on the success of the Wednesday night stream, I am going to start doing a live stream every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's going to focus on week long, which, I'm pretty good at that too. I am going to cover some round 1 showdown if there's anything I like there. And I will just answer any general Q&A you have. So I get some really good questions on Twitter throughout the week. Save those for the Wednesday night stream, and I will answer those questions live there. That's what we're going to do. And then you can always count on one of these videos that I'm making right now every Friday and Saturday night. I will try to get it out by no later than 7:30 Central Standard Time, because, I do got to wait for the round to end. I do have to analyze a little bit of information, and then I still have to make a video and upload it. But I know it's also time sensitive, and you want to get it out there, right? So I'm going to do my best to get it out there, because I know basically Friday night you need to watch your round 3 stuff, or Saturday night you need to watch your round 4 stuff. So I try to get it out as fast as possible while still having enough information to tell a good story and make sure that I'm attempting to guide you in the right direction. So I hope that's clear. I wish everybody was cared about stuff that was time sensitive. Don't even get me started on my buddy Fantasy National. We'll come back to them. Trust me. What else is there? You're going to go like and sub for me. I guess, we'll get going. I do want to say that, this is something to consider, when you're doing, this stuff. I feel like this is a misconception of high limit players. I lose 75 to 80% of weeks. I do. I put in X amount of money and I get less than that, about 75% 75 to 80% of weeks, but I make up for that for those weeks that I spike. And if I'm being completely honest, I think if we're all being completely honest, if we just broke even playing DFS, how amazing is that? That we get, if you enjoy the process, you got to understand, I love the process. I love listening to content. I love breaking down content. I love coming up with my own models. I love sifting through the chalk, making my lineups, balancing my exposure. Like I love that stuff like way too much, like some real nerd shit. So I love it. So if there was a world in which I broke even doing it, and for you, just think of it as like what amazing free entertainment you get from DFS golf. I think if a lot of people thought of it like this, you wouldn't care so much about spiking a GPP. You would realize that you're just getting endless hours of fun, sweating golf lineups, picking golfers, watching golf, seeing your lineups, move up and down the leaderboard. And if you're breaking even, you're getting it for free, right? Like, yeah, I can go play a round of golf and it's going to be $100, but like I had to pay $100 for that round of golf, or I could have 4 days of entertainment. And if I break even over the year, I got all that entertainment for free. I didn't have to pay $100 every round I played. Think about DFS golf that way and see if like maybe that makes you enjoy the journey a little bit more. And if I'm being completely honest, even if I lost a little bit, I'd be like, bro, this is still some pretty cheap entertainment for as many hours as I put into this. I probably put 30 to 40 hours into this a week, but I love it and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So to me, it's like I'm getting 30 to 40 hours of entertainment, even if I was losing $1,000 a week. That's way cheaper than the other shit I do in life. So that's a win. But, for me, I've been fortunate for these last few years to actually be a fairly profitable player and to do very well. And so because of that, I get to make money doing the thing I love, and I'm trying to show you my process a little bit for free. I don't charge you shit for these. So once again, go like, comment, subscribe, get that friend from high school to go sub for me. I'm up to like 400 subs in 3 weeks, which is crazy. And I appreciate that, but I need 1,000. So like go, like if your kids have a YouTube account, they can come watch it too. They can just sub. They don't got to watch the video. Matter of fact, I would suggest your kids don't watch this because I ain't going to quit cussing. That's kind of my brand. Just keeping it real. But maybe your best friend from high school, go hit him up. Be like, yo, I know you don't care about golf, but I got this guy, Degenerate75 on Twitter and on YouTube that I like. So maybe go give him a follow and I'd appreciate you. All right. I am going to start out with week long because as you know, I play some week long. I'm not going to hit on that too long because this is the fucking Showdown Hoedown. Told you I had some adult beverages. And Nelson Adcock, if you don't follow him, he's on Twitter. He's one of the coolest, smartest dudes out there in the DFS golf arena. If you don't know him, you should. In my opinion, he runs the best site when it comes to being PGA DFS adjacent, and it's called Cut Sweats. And I almost assure you, if you've played any lineups, you've seen Cut Sweats on Twitter. You've probably went and you've been like, hey, I want to see how many of the 6 of 6s. And you can see it's generally low this week when you got like donkey chalk like Brian Harmon missing the cut, right? And Thomas just deciding, hey, I love triple bogeys. But this site is so much more than that. And I actually asked Nelson if he would be willing to do a little promo because I'm going to walk you through this site and then I'm going to tell you about the promo he's doing because I feel like once you use this site, if you're playing more than 20 lineups a week, how could you possibly not want this site? So right here, it has like all of my players that I played this week. You can see how many I played them. I played 100 lineups in the $20 and then I did one $200 single entry. As I told you, I'm trying to divert more of my funds over to Showdown and less away from week long. And you can see how many entries I had each of those guys in, and you can see how they did. What a new feature they just added is this impact. You can see how much these guys need to make the cut. Like Abraham Answer missing the cut on the number. The cut was +1. He had a +2. Like that, it fucked me. Let's be honest. It did. Some other guys here. Whoa, what did Maverick do? Oh, Maverick, you whore. Maverick missed the cut, so that probably just dropped my 6 of 6 quite a bit. You can see I had them. The guys, you can also go search by how much you played in total entries. As you can see, Scotty Scheffler was my top play because, he's the best golfer in the world and he's going to be 8% owned. What are you doing, people? You can go look at how many of those lineups they have in your 5 of 6, how many of them are in your 6 of 6. As you can see, heading into this weekend, who are my most important golfers in my 6 of 6 lineups? Because let's face it, if you're in a GPP, you're only live with a 6 of 6. So who's my most important guy this weekend? Scotty Scheffler, Daniel Berger, Kevin Na, Patrick Reed, Webb Simpson. Yeah. Not only did I tout them, I also played them. So you can see I've got some nice 6 of 6s. Yeah, but how many 6 of 6s do you have? I don't know. Let's go look. You go over here to my contest and you can see, I told you I did 100 lineups in the $20. I have 11% of them. So hold on, let me check my math. 11%, 11 of my 100 lineups are 6 of 6, 35 are 5 of 6. And you're like, well, is that good or bad? Well, I mean, like, let's just go click on the tournament. And you can see, you go to cut distribution, you can see the average is 7.4. I have 11. The 5 of 6 is 27. I have 35. So I'm not far ahead, but I'm decently ahead of the curve. Not to mention I have some total smash plays like Reed and Webb and Scheffler, who are all low owned, who are lurking up there at the top of the leaderboard. So I'm pretty live, I would say, in that one. If you go back, you can also see that my $200 lineup, I have one of them because it's a single entry, as much as I would like it to be more. Got a 6 of 6 through, and it has Scheffler, and it has Bez, and it has Webb. It's a very solid lineup. And then one other little feature I would say is that Saturday night, sometimes Friday night, because it takes him a long time to run the simulations, he puts out these things, he puts out his projections. He runs the tournament 10,000 times based on, his numbers, and he shows you what your lineup would finish in those 10,000. So this lineup, even though it's a $200 lineup, it may win this tournament something like 7% of the time based on who I have versus everybody else that kind of is in that 6 of 6 thing. And it really lets you know if you have a real sweat, because like sometimes you'd be like, "Ooh, I got a 6 of 6, I'm live." But like if you go run it and you see you have a 1 in 1,000 chance of winning it, you're not live. But if you find out you have a 4% chance at winning it and a 20% chance at a top 5, we're talking some real money, and then you can really be sweating it. So Cut Sweats, it's not too expensive of a membership. I believe it's, forgive me, I think it's $10 if you're just doing the lower limit stuff based on, you can run it for like up to, I think it's $10 lineups. And then it's a $20 monthly membership if you're running it on all lineups. So obviously I play the higher dollar stuff quite frequently. So I do the $20 membership. But talking to Nelson, he said that if I drive people there, you can, for 1 month, try half off. You're going to get it for half off. So the $10 will be $5 and the $20 will be $10. And you just try it out for a month and see if you like it. All you got to do is for his promo code, put in DEGEN, all lowercase, 75. DGen 75, all lowercase with the 2 numbers at the end, right? DGen 75. Put that in, half off. And if you don't like Cut Sweats and you love PGA DFS golf as much as I do, I don't know what to tell you, because this site, they're always upgrading it. They're always making it better. Everything, like when that cut line changes within a second, this changes. It is on point. I'm not a sponsor. They ain't paying me shit. I just really like Nelson. I like his content, and I appreciate people who are always trying to improve their product, and that's what they do. Some other sites that don't do that. So there you go. Cut Sweats, DGen 75. Maybe go sign up. It's not going to get me any money. I'm just doing it because I think you'll like it. So there you go. Enough of the promo. Let's get going. We got the cut line is +1. I honestly thought it was going to be even, but the afternoon wave kind of got slaughtered today. If you guys don't know, for the 50 millionth time, go get on Data Golf. Everything I'm showing you right here is free. You can go look at this. You can see that the morning wave today shot a full shot and a half easier than the afternoon wave. So if you played Showdown today, you should definitely play the morning. Here's a good general rule. If wind is even all day, always play morning waves over afternoon waves. It just, generally speaking, morning waves score better. It's cooler. The greens are softer. They don't get baked out. Morning scores always tend to be better because it was perfect scoring conditions all day as far as wind goes today. But the only difference was this afternoon it got hot as balls and the balls started flying and they couldn't throw darts like they were in the morning. So remember that. Now, tomorrow we got wind, which we're going to talk about now. So you can't really consider that. So let's look at tomorrow. Oh, shit. All right, here we go. Saturday, May 28th. This is what we're looking at tomorrow. It looks like the morning guys going off early have lower winds. However, you do have to consider the gusts. And you can see the heaviest gusts are actually going to be in the morning. So, once again, you're kind of playing dice here with the wind. If the gusts aren't happening very frequently and they're going to get to play in those 9-10 mile an hour winds. Plus, if you're really smart, look at this. 70, 73, 81, 86. Those are perfect scoring conditions because that's not hot enough to bake out the greens early in the morning. You know what's hot enough to bake out the greens early in the morning? I don't know. 99 effing degrees all afternoon. Yeah, where I'm from, we call that balls hot. And those greens with those winds, tomorrow afternoon, Colonial is going to have some teeth. And it is going to bite back. So just looking at this, I can already tell you what I'm going to be targeting at Showdown is guys later in the afternoon. A, This is always important on Saturday Showdown. Because remember, for the 58th time, Saturday Showdown, there's no placement point, so it don't matter where they start. Don't even think about that. Don't think about where they start. You only want to think about where they start on if you should play them or not. Not, oh, this guy's T4, he's playing great, I'll play him this week. No, that's dumb as shit. Don't do that. Look at when they're playing so that you can determine if that wave is going to have the better edge. I assume, hold on, I'm going to be that guy who gets on my phone in the middle of a stream right now. I'm not a stream, a video. I'm going to see if they have round 3 tee times out, because once again, I'm trying to put this out time sensitive, so I can't wait for all the relevant information to be out. I assume they'll go off in 2s. I can't see any reason that they wouldn't. Of course, the Slapdick PGA Tour app is being slow. So I will tell you, looking at this weather, my initial instinct is that they are going to, let's see, tee times. We got some round 3 up. You mother fathers, it's still not up. If they go off in 2s, they'll be going off all morning from basically 7 a.m. all the way through 1 or 2 p.m. And if that's the case, I want the guys going out earlier. Why? Because most importantly, they're going to be lower owned. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Second, they're going to have softer conditions. The greens are not going to have time to bake out in the morning. And third, it looks like to me that the steady winds are going to be lower. So those are 3 things that make me like the earlier guys going off tomorrow. Yeah, but I want to play the guy in 4th place because he's in 4th place. Why does that matter? This ain't Sunday, homie. This ain't Sunday. It don't matter. Don't matter. Why not just take the discount break? Now, we're adults, as I always say, and we're not just going to use Wikipedia as the gospel. We're going to use multiple sources. So let's go check and make sure that this wind is coming in. Let's see what it says here on Willy Weather. Tomorrow, gentle in the morning, fresh in the afternoon. You don't see fresh very often. When you see fresh, that means it's blowing. Let's go check Weather Channel. I've heard they do weather. Let's see. Saturday, it's starting out 7 a.m. Nice and cool. Mild winds. And yeah, it's picking up in the afternoon. So it looks like to me that you just kind of got to fear the gusts. But I'm going to be liking those guys going off earlier tomorrow. All right, let's see. Before I slander them, let's get into some strategy for tomorrow. First of all, we are here on Fantasy National. Trust me, not an endorsement. Oh my God, look at that. Mother father, right as I say that, this was not up 10 minutes ago when I was doing my research. So round 3's there. So there's your salaries. And of course, I don't have any of this shite up because I was preparing. You go over here to the full round. And I'm going to kind of walk you through it. Yes, these are round 2 prices, but it don't matter. You know the players. If you don't know the players, you probably shouldn't be playing Showdown, okay? So I'm going to be using round 2 salaries here. So if you're like, hey, Scotty Scheffler's not 10-7 on round 3 Showdown. Yes, dude, I'm using round 2 Showdown. I just told you that, all right? Because that's where I got the guys started that I kind of want to talk about. All right. So what am I looking at for round 2 Showdown tomorrow? I'm not going to spend forever on this because once again, I don't make picks. I'm not a tout. I'm not going to be your tout. I'm teaching you how to do this stuff so you can do it yourself. Plus the process is half the fun. Haven't you ever heard like getting there is half the fun? Okay. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey, brother. Okay. What am I looking at? First thing I see is like right here, almost anybody that's T7 or better, I'm almost certainly not going to play tomorrow. Why? I can answer this the most simplest way ever with one word. It's called ownership. People are just naturally going to gravitate to the guys who are at the top of the leaderboard because through 2 days, they are playing the best. And they just presume because they're playing the best through the first 2 days, they will continue to play that. So even though some of these guys might be good plays, like who's a good play I see here? Like Davis Riley, ball striking the hell out of it, neutral around the greens, and basically neutral putting. I mean, that kind of checks every box to be a good play tomorrow. If I knew Davis Riley was going to be 11% owned tomorrow, I'd be playing some Davis Riley for sure. Okay. However, because he's in the top 10, people are naturally going to gravitate to him and it's going to inflate their ownership to the point that I wouldn't be surprised if he's 20%. Okay. Now, am I telling you not to play Davis Riley? No, I'm simply asking a question. What is too much ownership for you not to want to play Davis Riley? Because I think Davis Riley is a really good play tomorrow, but I don't know if I want to play a 20% owned Davis Riley. That's what I'm trying to say. These are the questions you have to answer. Remember, I just ask the questions, you answer them. Another great example of somebody who's pricey that is like played great today. What did old Big Dick Vic do? Yeah, I listen to a lot of Pat Mayo. I steal his names. I like them. They're good. Let's see here. Honestly, he hasn't been that great. I don't know how he's doing so great, but he's not terrible. And he's Victor Hovland. Okay. If there's 3 things that people love in Saturday Showdown, it's A, spending all their salary. People love to spend all their salary. So if they're going to spend all their salary, they're naturally going to gravitate to the most expensive golfers. Naturally gravitate. And Hovland's the 3rd most expensive, I assume, because this is round 2. They love to play guys at the top of the leaderboard. He's at the top of the leaderboard. And they like to play like names they know. And everybody who plays Showdown DFS Golf knows frickin' Viktor Hovland. So he kind of checks all the boxes of a dude that's just going to be super, super popular tomorrow. People are going to be all over Spieth tomorrow. He checks all 3 boxes. Huge name. Top of the leaderboard. And he is the other one I said. Should you play Jordan Spieth? I'm not telling you shouldn't. I'm asking you, do you want to play 30% Jordan Spieth tomorrow for round 3 showdown? Do you want to play 30% on Jordan Spieth? Do you want to play 27% on Viktor Hovland? I don't. Well, then who are you going to spend your salary on if you're not playing those guys? Well, let me just tell you. Do you objectively think Colin Morikawa will come in 12, 13% tomorrow? Okay, because people on Saturday, they're getting a little more savvy to Showdown, and they know that just because a guy is starting low, it doesn't matter. So I won't say he's going to be 6%, but I would be shocked if he's over 13. So he's going to basically be 1/2 the ownership of Hovland and Spieth. Is Morikawa a delicate little flower that wilts in the sun? Yeah, he is. I'll be the first to acknowledge it. Is it going to be windy tomorrow and he only plays well in great conditions? Yeah, kind of. But is he twice as likely to not outperform Hovland and Spieth tomorrow? I can't get there. If you're giving me 2-1 odds, I'd put $500 on it. I definitely would. So this is what you kind of look at here. Where did all my stars go? What are we doing here? Refresh? What are we doing? Oh, because it went to round 3 because Fantasy Nationals sucks. All right. So basically any of these guys up here, even though a lot of them are great plays, I'm not going to play many of them. I'm not saying I'm not going to play none of them. I'm just saying I don't want to play a lot of them because they're just going to have natural inflated ownership. Whereas the flip side of that is just scroll right on down here to these guys down here, to the guys at the very bottom, the ones who just snuck in the cut. And they're all naturally going to be lower owned than they should, just simply based on where they're at in the tournament. So like Morikawa, Gooch, Berger, these are all top, Sung J M, these are all top end players who are way back, right? But if you go look at it, none of them are playing particularly poorly. I mean, Morikawa is actually ball striking well, just an atrocious putter. Taylor Gooch is picking up on approach. Daniel Berger is killing it with approach and can't chip or putt, which Daniel Berger is actually a really good chipper and putter. And Sung J M is ball striking and can't putt. So like if I told you these guys are going to be maybe 2/3, let's not even be dramatic. Let's say they're all 16% where Spieth and Hovland are 28%. That still is just a better leverage play. Or maybe you just pick a couple of these guys that you like the most and then pick either Spieth or Hovland. I'm aggressive. I probably won't play any of them. I'm probably going to play these 4 guys down here, at least 2 of them in 100% of my lineups. We'll kind of see. They just check all the boxes I want. It's Saturday. They're going to be charging hard, which speaking of which, don't forget, if you're on Fantasy National or some site where you can go sort by round 3 scoring, here is some good round 3 scores. Sorted over the last 12 rounds, right? The best round 3 scores. Oh, Davis Riley. Oh, shit. That's twice he's already popped up. Davis Riley does. I might eat the Davis Riley chalk. Plus, he did me really good at Sunday Showdown last weekend. And he gave me a thumbs up. So he's a cool dude to me. Sam Burns, he's kind of right there in that T40. Not a lot of people going to be on him. Him and Fleetwood love to smash some Saturdays. Let's go see how they're doing over here. Let's go search by salary because it's going to be easier to find them. Fleetwood and Burns are right here. Let's see what they've been up to. Mr. Burns' approach is garbage, but his putting is garbage. And if you don't know, sorry, I was looking at Zalatoris. Let me check that. So no, his ball striking is okay. He just hasn't been great with it, so he can figure that out. So Burns is a solid choice. Fleetwood 4.5 on approach. Ooh, man, I'm liking this range. There's this $9,000 range looking pretty good. A lot of guys to go investigate. Max Homa, ball striking it and putting. Some things to look at. The guys that I starred, the reason that I starred them for a handful of reasons, usually it's because like they're really sucking at putting or they're doing really poorly at one aspect, or, a guy like Charlie Hoffman who's just been atrocious on the greens. Charlie Hoffman can roll the rock. Like if he gets going, Charlie Hoffman, he's like a guy that has a 62 in him any day. So if you want a punt play, Charlie Hoffman. Matt Jones, these are guys that are kind of checking some boxes for things I look for. Am I telling you to play them? No, because I don't do that. But what I will tell you, here's a sneaky thing to look at. Go look at around the green and see who's like really shitting the bed at around the greens. Okay, because that's such an easy thing to figure out. If they go have a great round tomorrow, it ain't going to matter how many strokes they pick up around the green because they're going to be hitting every green in regulation and having 13 footers for birdie every time. So this is a really sneaky stat to look at in Showdown. I want to go find some guys, which by the way, that are in the tournament, because of course this has an update. And look, Daniel Berger, who's generally really good around the greens, has been terrible around the greens, but he made the cut. He's striking it on approach. Could be a sneaky play. Am I telling you to play him? No. You can play who the hell you want. Let's see. Another one. Oh, Nick Taylor. He was the last guy I cut from my player pool. Too soon. I don't want to talk about that. I'm just looking for these guys. Here's a good one. Adam Long. His approach has been good, but he's been giving them away around the greens. Generally speaking, in a 4-round tournament, we have to factor in if these guys are going to shit the bed around the green. But for one single round, if they're going to be a slate breaker play, around the green ain't even going to matter because they're going to be fairways, greens, birdie putts the entire round, and they're going to make 7 of them. That is what a good showdown play is, right? We're not trying to grind out, I need that guy that makes the cut and gets me T58. No, I don't want that. I want a guy that's going to go shoot 7 under tomorrow, break the slate, and is going to be 2% owned. A guy like Adam Long is a dude that could do that. Once again, not going to tell you all your picks, not going to tell you everything. I am showing you some things you can look at. I always love to look at approach. Of course, the top 2 guys in approach so far this tournament are Hostler and Stallings. Luke Donald, for whatever reason, is always amazing at approach. I have a shit ton of Scotty Scheffler, as you already saw when we looked at cut sweats. DGen75, all lowercase. Ooh, Cam Davis. See, this is the one that would interest me. Look at his ball striking versus his putting and chipping. But just because he's cheap at 6,800, so he'll fit with a whole bunch of those 9K guys, and he's starting T7, I would bet, I'm speculating. Answer your own question. But do you really want to play an 18% Cam Davis? I just don't know if you're going to get enough leverage to justify that. Remember the times 2 rule. If you think that Cam Davis is going to come in, I would bet at least 15 to 18%. Do you want to play 30 to 36% Cam Davis? I don't think I do. But you answer your own damn questions. You make your own lineups. You make your own choices, and you live with it. Okay, that is kind of a walkthrough. Once again, we're doing this moving forward. Every Friday and Saturday night, I will put out a round 3 and a round 4 showdown. I've already canceled the Vegas trip just because I want to be able to give you this high quality production from my amazing studio here. So all I need in return is for you to go sub, comment, and like this video. Okay. If you don't have a YouTube account, go make one or get somebody to go subscribe to me because I got to get to 1,000. Help a man out one time. Okay. I'm giving out amazing information. There ain't a lot of high end players giving away this type of information of who and why they're playing the guys they're playing and winning. And if these screenshots that have been getting sent to me are any sign, I would say followers of this channel are doing very well at Showdown. So I appreciate you guys. All of you that tuned in, we'll be back Wednesday night for a live stream at 7 o'clock. Well, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll be back tomorrow night with another video for round 4, but then we'll be for a live full Q&A and week long and round 1 Wednesday night for whatever the hell tournaments next week, Memorial maybe. Tune in, support me, help me grow my channel. I appreciate all of you. I wouldn't be so dedicated to this if you guys weren't doing so well and enjoying all the content. So let's go get all that money back that hopefully we're not losing it week long. You would know if you go check out Cut Sweats. We'll talk to you guys later. I'm out.